What's up, everybody? It's your man, KJ the Great, dropping another edition of All Sports Media. But before we get started, I want to say I hope and pray everything is great your way. Now, let's get to it. Last week, I brought you all my predictions on Week 3 in the NFL. Some games I hit on, some games I missed and didn't even see it coming. One game that was a total upset, in my opinion, was the Jags over the Chargers. I did not expect that and didn't see it coming. I thought the Panthers would lose to the Saints. Didn't see that one happening. But I did expect the Cowboys to beat the Giants, so I got that one right. Now, starting on week four, let's go with the Rams versus 49ers. I expect the Rams to win a close, tough game. 49ers, division rival, they always give a tough game. But I expect the 49ers to lose this game by 6 points at the most. This should be a tough game for the Rams. They're on the road. The offense just isn't clicking, but they can still do and figure out certain things and move the ball well. Next, we have the Chiefs versus the Bucks. I got the Chiefs winning this game. As long as they can keep Tom Brady uncomfortable and keep his guys off balance, I believe they can win this game convincingly, 31-17. The Bucks offense just hasn't been good. They won a couple games, but they just haven't looked like the Bucks who won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Nowhere near. Next, we have the Patriots versus the Packers. I expect the Packers to win this game. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. The Patriots defense has to try to make Aaron Rodgers do things he doesn't do because he doesn't have that guaranteed security blanket, but I'm going to take the Packers over the Patriots. Next, we have the Broncos versus the Raiders. I didn't expect the Raiders to be winless at this point of the season. They look good coming into this year on paper. They have everything you can need. The running game isn't the best, but they look good. So I'm going to take them in a upset over the Broncos. The Broncos, they're still trying to gel on that offense. Their defense is decent, but their O-line has to do a better job of protecting Russell Wilson. Next game we have is the Cardinals versus the Panthers. I'm going to take the Cardinals in this one. I expect Kyler Murray to have a big game and will his team to the win in this one. I expect for them to win at least by, a touchdown or two. I expect that because Baker Mayfield, I expect a couple turnovers out of him as well. Next game we have, which in my opinion is a pretty good game, the Bills versus the Ravens. I'm going to take the Bills in this one, and the reason being is because they are balanced. Great offense, great defense. Although Lamar Jackson is in a contract year and he's playing phenomenal, he's on an MVP level. What he does against this defense can set the tone for other games. If he comes out and destroys or even plays to par where he's been doing, the Ravens defense has to step up and stop the Bills offense. That Bills win this game by 10 points. The Jags versus the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles in this. They have the better weapons. They have the better defense, in my opinion. I expect no less than 7 to 10 point win. Next, we have the Commanders versus the Cowboys. The betting odd makers, they have the Cowboys as a 3-point favorite. I expect the Cowboys to go in and watch this team. They got Carson Wentz under center for the Commanders, who's been sacked 14 times in the last 2 games. And I think that's the most in the NFL. They don't have an offensive line. They don't have anything to deal with Lawrence and Michael Parsons coming at that quarterback. Their secondary is they're playing really good with Diggs and all those guys. Expect turnovers. Expect the Cowboys to win this game big, maybe 27-10 at worst or best, whatever the case may be. Next, we have the Browns versus the Falcons. I expect the Browns to win this game solely on their running game. If their quarterback can open up just a little bit in the passing game, they should be able to win this game hands down. Then we have the Chargers versus the Texans. I expect the Texans to lose this game and lose this game big. It's the Texans, people. Come on now. Nothing else to say in that regards. The Titans versus the Colts. I'm expecting a big game out of Derrick Henry. I expect him to probably push it to about 120 to 150 on the ground, as long as Tannehill can do something in the passing game. The next game we're talking about is the Bears versus the Giants. I'm going to take the Bears in this one. Their offense is slightly better. Their quarterback is better. They just have to deliver and rise up and win. It's the Giants. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Giants have an okay defense, but they don't have the quarterback that can lead them to wins. Next, we have the Jets versus the Steelers. I'm taking the Jets in this one. It's not really an upset either way. Both of these teams are not contenders. Nobody's expecting anything out of these two teams this season. I mean, the quarterbacks are just there. They don't really have what it takes to. I don't think either one of these teams has what it takes to be a wild card team this year. Next, we have the Seahawks versus the Lions. I'm going to take the Lions in this one solely based on their offense. They move the ball pretty well. They just need to get stops. I believe they can get stops against Geno Smith and that offense of the Seahawks. So I'm going to take the Lions winning a possible close game, 21-17. Then we have the Vikings and the Saints. I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. I believe Jameis Winston, I believe he cost the Saints another game with his turnovers. That's my opinion. The last game we're going to talk about is the Dolphins versus the Bengals. I'm going to take the Dolphins, just like everybody else in the world. Tua has been playing and delivering the ball really, really well. His receivers have stepped up. The problem with the Bengals is that offensive front. They do not protect Joe Burrow the way they should. They need to step up and protect him and hope that he can deliver the ball. They got weapons on the outside. They made the Super Bowl last year. Everybody's seen it. But the reason they lost the Super Bowl, the reason they had close games outside of that was because of that offensive front. So, those are my predictions for Week 4. Chime in, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Make sure you like, share these videos. That's all I got. Y'all stay blessed.